What's up, guys? This is the Clayberries Anime Menace. Today's episode we're talking about is Ranma and a Half. Ranma and a Half Hard Battle, and also Ranma and a Half Gonai Gekito Hen. I don't know. This was like Game Over who had the name title correctly. After all, this is the very first Super Famicom game I've ever gotten. And I can't believe that Ranma and a Half came back again. Some people have thought that I was never going to review another Ranma and a Half game, but since I have the Super Nintendo and the Super Famicom version, it was something I was really shocked. And also, since we're celebrating Nintendo's greatest moments in the 1990s, I thought bringing Ranma and a Half back, because a lot of Ranma and a Half fans, actually there was only a little bit, who actually requested me for another review of Ranma and a Half. After all, I only told you guys about Ranma and a Half Hard Battle, and this time I get to show you guys the Super Famicom game, which is Ranma and a Half. Sorry, it's just kind of hard to read.
So let's start out with the game, Ranma and a Half Hard Battle. This is the kind of a game that it's not like the actual useful fighting tournament game. The plot story in this game is something really typical. You see this guy, but he says he's the principal and he will not lay a hand on any students to fight, so he has this idea about you play as any character you want, and then you choose that character, right? Then you actually set out to fight against all the ones who are gonna take you down, actually. Remember, don't trust a character who will smile right in front of your face on the TV screen. Just to let you all know, I sucked with every single character except for female Ranma. Although I am really confused about this game. Why is Akane's hair, black and Ranma blue? Shouldn't it be reverse? So, let's start out by playing as female Ranma. Now, this was the only character that I actually get to play, so though each character will have introductions, but I like the Ranma and female Ranma will have the same plot as usual in the opening cinematic, even though it was more like of a side-scroll, kinda similar like how manga books are. So, in the story, it's that the principal says that Ranma or any other character has to take down 8 fighters, and though their exams will be successful, and that's only for Ranmas. It's like if your principal says, "Hey, we're doing a Super Smash Bros. Tournament, and whoever wins will no longer have work. They'll be graduated in 1 year." At least the good thing about this game is that they have their own stages. So when you take down Gosung Kugi, you actually receive credit for PE class. After all, this was the idea of a principal. After you take down Gunsuki, next is Genma. Now I know that most of you have said that isn't Genma Ranma's father? Well, remember, his stage is the Jusenkyo, and it's also revealed that in the beginning of the anime, Ranma and Genma ended up becoming from what they become. Ranma became a girl, and Genma became a panda. When you take down Genma by playing as the female Ranma, you end up getting credit for biology class. Somehow at the first time, this was really confusing about it. Also, this was kind of embarrassing, but I did not knew that Ranma was a girl and I accidentally called him cute. Make sure to skip the gambler because that guy is annoying as a spammer. When you take down the king, you'll end up getting the credit for math class. Huh. Neat. The next fighter is actually Moose. He's a little bit hard, but after you see his attacks, you'll get used to beating him up. When you take down Moose, you actually receive credit for chemistry class. Although that's something really weird. The next fighter we have Ukyo, and to be fair with all this, I really love her stage. No matter how many times I see that I'm gonna battle against her, her stage is filled with food. Food, like literally, once you stare at that food, trust me, you're gonna end up feeling really hungry about it. I mean, after all, Ukyo has the good hobby of making really good food. Also, when you take down Ukyo, you'll actually end up receiving credit for art class. Art is one of my favorite hobbies to do, just to let you know. Then we have Akane, Ranma's fiancé in the series. After you take down Akane, you actually receive credit for English class. Sorry, I messed up that with the words. Then we have Ryuga, Ranma's rival, of course, even though that was really interesting. When you take down Ryuga, you actually receive credit for geometry class, another type of math, of course. And now we have Shampoo, the girl that Ranma beat twice, female and male, the kiss of death and the kiss of marriage. Shampoo's story is is actually more interesting than having just standard anime characters that lives in Japan. Well, Shampoo is actually from China, and to be fair, I had a friend. She was Chinese, and she taught me everything about China, and that's how I got interested in China and Japan. When I took down Shampoo, I thought I was gonna receive credit for Chinese class. But turns out that I ended up receiving credit for Japanese class. Then the principal says that now that you beat all those 8 fighters, there is one last thing you have to do, and that is the principal's signature. But eventually, you know how it said it was 8 fighters? Well, it turns out there's 2 more, and they're the same character, just different forms. So basically, it's 10 fighters. You fight Pantyhose in 2 forms, the regular form like the human form, and the other one which is the one he fell on the Jusenkyo, which is kind of a weird mystery. After you take down Pantyhose, and now you actually clear the game. But another thing is that the principal just actually made you look like a fool, and that's about it.